Been playing around with iridescent medium on some of my projects and basically iridescent watercolor, and I wanted to swatch this new box of CSY Art Gallery watercolors today. I also have this little sample of the, I think it's IUILE. I got their little dot card to test out some of theirs as well. So let's get started with opening this up and swatching it. I always like how watercolors come. They're like little pieces of candy. Let's see. There are magnets here, so it looks like I can magnetize these little blocks. Okay, so this one's called Steel Magnolia. These are kind of like a guess you would say a peach and pink set. Just save the little swatches of the paper here, the little gold pieces, the flakes for later on when I am collaging. Okay, so this one is a nice bright pink color, but it does not have the names on them. So let's see. Write this out here. Steel Magnolia CSY Art Gallery. I have to find a pen, a tiny permanent marker pen that I can write on these with. It's too thick. There we go. That one's better. All right, let's see what this next one is. This is called Candy Floss. This is a nice light pink. Probably should have held the other one up too. Okay. This one is called Veronica. Named it after a person. Okay. All right, a really pretty iridescent purple. This is called Vela. This is kind of like a lilac color. Pink Moon. So we know this is going to be a pink color. The thing with the iridescent watercolors, I kind of became fascinated with them. Like a baby pink there. I became fascinated with them while I was working on some of these beetles And then I started buying a few. I think the problem is I don't know how often I'll be using them. I did also end up getting this iridescent medium from Winsor & Newton. It's a watercolor medium, so I can mix it in with paints and make my own, because I think otherwise I would go broke buying all of the different little sets, although the little sets are really cute and pretty. This is called Geneva Peach Pink. So I know there's other brands of iridescent medium. This was just the one that was most affordable available near me. There was like 2 other brands and they were a little bit pricier. So if you want an iridescent medium to mix in, you would need to look for one. Make sure it says it's for watercolor if that's what you're wanting it for, because there's one for acrylic paint as well. So Geneva Peach Pink. Okay. So we've done that. Let's go ahead and we can take the little magnets out here and cut them off. Stick them to the bottom. Certainly cute little sets. Let's see. This one I would almost wear like a eyeshadow, the Geneva Peach Pink. I'm tempted by there's a set they have that's all greens. Like I said, I don't need to keep buying iridescents. I don't know how often I would really use them. I'm just more tempted by the color and by how cute they are and the little tin, and just the idea of kind of having a full collection of these. So let's swatch these a little bit. Okay, I don't think I wrote all the names out. I had Geneva Peach Pink. And what was the other one? Pink Moon. So this is the Pink Moon. Very light, not getting much color from that at all, just very pale. Okay. So then maybe I should have to take them out and then put them in as I paint them. Oh no, he came out of the pan. All right. I'll fix that in a second. Ironically, I just watched a video on how to fix it if they come out of the pan. So the recommendation was, if they come out of the pan, to just try to wet the pan a little bit. Wet the bottom of the cube of watercolor and put it back in, and that should fuse, should dry in there. So since this is on the brush, I guess we will just swatch this Geneva Peach Pink. Also a very pale color. I don't know how these are going to show up on camera. You probably can't even see it. It probably looks like I'm just painting with water. So they're just very light iridescence with a hint of color to them so far. I'm going to just come back in here on this one and see if I can get it to go a little bit darker. But it's not really doing that a whole lot. All right, let's try another color then here. Let's go with this one. This is the Vela. Try to get a lot of pigment on here. Very pale, again, a very pale, almost like a tint with just a bit of shimmer. This one has like kind of a lilac, light purple shimmer. I'll have to hold them up to the camera when it's done so you can actually see them. This one's the Veronica. I like this one. It's like a, it comes off as like a purple black with a bit of shimmer to it. Or more of like a gray, I guess you would say, because it's not, these don't seem to be coming off with a lot of pigment to them. All right, so this is called Candy Floss. So then I'm wondering if I am definitely better off, given that these are so pale. I mean, they'll be great for like accent wash layers over the top. Maybe I'll just be better off using the iridescent medium if I want something a little bit bolder. All right, this was the Steel Magnolia. So the Steel Magnolia is kind of like a gray pink tone. Let me hold this up and you can see the colors. So these are just definitely very, very pale. They're going to give like a golden, I guess, accent over the top of another color. Very light here with that lilac pink. This one's the darkest. I guess this one in the Steel Magnolia, but just very pale colors. I don't think you can see the metallic accent to them on camera, which is unfortunate. So a cute little set. Not sure how much use I will get out of it. I think it was just an impulse buy. So the other thing I did was I bought this sample kit from IUILE. You can see I've actually already used it a little bit. I used it on the beetle here. See if I can get in here and you can see the sun's kind of coming in. So I used it on this beetle. After I painted it in, I just used a little bit over the top to just give it a shimmer. Let's find another empty sheet here and I can sort of swatch some of these out. So this one is China Red. The thing I will say about the dots, this is the first time I've ever tried a Mica Dot card. It is not easy to always get the brush in there and get what you want. It's like I kind of have to like really dig. To get any pigment off. So you do get an idea for the color, but I don't know if I would be wanting to regularly get dot cards. I've seen like Daniel Smith and a few others have dot cards. I think you might be better off figuring out what colors you like and buying individual small tubes to try them out. Again, with these, very light. These have a little more color and pigment than the CSY seem to have on some of them, but they just have that light iridescent shimmer. I think I had to do a couple of layers, if I recall, when I was doing the beetle to really get the shimmer to kind of show. And I used mostly, like this gold is actually really nice. It's called Oscar. They have 3 different shades of golds here. Okay, so slight technical issue. The camera stopped recording, but I did finish swatching them. Oh no, the light's coming in. I'm not sure if you can see the shimmer or not. It's very subtle with both this set and the other set. So you're just going to give a little bit of an accent to something that you're working on. The colors are kind of more pastel. It's nice having the dot card. I guess this could be an affordable way of trying out or just adding shimmer if you don't want to buy a full set. The IUILE or IUILE, I'm not sure how they pronounce it. It comes in a set for $70. There's 2 or 3 different sets. This had 20 colors in it. I can't remember how many is in the set. It is in a nice wooden palette that it comes in. But I don't know how often I would use the shimmer, which is why I purchased it in the dot card. I wanted to try it and see. I don't, again, know how often I would use it. It's probably more budget friendly to just get the iridescent medium and mix the colors you need to match whatever the project is that you're doing, because you would need so little of this. These weren't that expensive, or this bottle, I should say, wasn't that expensive. So a little bit even goes a long way. I don't know. It's up to you, again, how often you'd be using it in your project. And I probably shouldn't have gotten all of these. They were just tempting. They look beautiful. I mean, that's the thing with a lot of these palettes when they come pre-set up. They tempt you because they look cute or beautiful. So you've got to really think about what is going to be best for you. And I think I may have gone a bit overboard with these two. Anyway, that is the swatching done on those, and we'll have to keep an eye on myself to see how much I actually use any of these. At least watercolor doesn't go bad, so there's that. So, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. I was getting ready to upload the video, and I saw on the box for IUILE instructions that said you should add a drop of water and wait 3 to 5 minutes before using, and I had not done that before. So I went back and added it to this and also to the CSY Art Gallery, and I'm going to do a quick re-swatch to see if the effects are any better. Okay, so I'm going to start with the CSY Art Gallery, and I think I can just swatch it right next to it. Already these feel a lot creamier than they did before, and when I put these on, the pigment is a lot stronger. So on the one hand, you could say I did this wrong, but on the other hand, you could also say that I learned something about the media, that if I want a lighter glazed effect, I dip from the water and go straight into the pan. If I want a heavier pigmented effect, then I put water on it and let it sit for a few minutes. There's definitely a lot more pigment now, and I am not fighting to get any of the color out. It has a more creamy feel than it did before. So my error, but I learned something about the media. Again, I don't know how the metallic is going to show up, but if I can hold this up, you can see the difference. So again, if you want a lighter glazed effect, go directly in with water to the pan and you'll get a very light wash style of color. If you want more intense pigment, put some drops of water in, let it sit for a bit. There, I'm sort of seeing the metallic sheen now. But if you want it more pigmented, with a heavier metallic sheen, then let the water sit and use it that way. So let's see. I don't want it to ruin the drawing there. I'm going to let this dry a minute and then I'll come back and do the IUILE. So now that the other page is dry, I can come back in and try the IUILE watercolors again. So I'll just kind of swatch sort of on the top. Again, these feel creamier. The color is definitely more pigmented and richer. You can see it's already coming out quite a bit brighter. So again, very much like the CSY art gallery, if you want something very light and more like a wash, then go directly from the water to the pan without, I think I mixed this one before. Anyway, go directly from the water to the pan without letting them sit and soak. But if you want it to be very pigmented and more heavily metallic, then let the water soak in a bit. They're a lot easier to use. I'm wondering if this is very similar with the other dot style cards. Again, this is my first dot card. I think I might have I missed that one and then I swatched Taxi twice, but that's okay. I always have a tendency of missing one. And I might have missed a row. Huh. No, maybe not. Somehow I think I was jumping around a bit. Talking too much, I guess, while I'm working. Anyway. You get the idea. Definitely, again, stronger if you're going to let it sit. Lighter if you're not and you're going to go straight to the pan. These, you can sort of see the metallic here. I kind of feel like in some of the CSY art galleries, it was a little more metallic. And again, if you don't want to buy metallic paints, go with an iridescent medium. Thank you for watching.